In a remote village of Bangladesh called Karimpur, lived a poor farmer named Abdul Karim. He was around 50 years old, but years of hardship and endless labor had already bent his body long before his age. At dawn, Karim would leave his mud hut with his old plow and his only weak ox, heading toward the fields. The green rice paddies glittered with morning dew as he walked along the narrow ridges, but his heart was heavy with worry. Will this year's harvest be enough to keep my family alive? Karim's household consisted of his wife Rahima and their 2 children, Rubel and Samina. Rubel was in 5th grade, Samina in 3rd, but Karim often couldn't afford notebooks or pencils. When the children were unable to go to school, they looked up at him with silent questions in their eyes. Karim could only lower his head in shame. From dawn till dusk, he labored in the fields, plowing, weeding, planting, and harvesting rice. He worked through the rains, drenched to the skin, and under the blazing sun, scorched and exhausted. Some days he worked on an empty stomach. At night, when he returned home, his family often had nothing more than rice and salt to eat. On rare days there was a little dal or some wild greens. Even after years of back-breaking work, Karim's life never improved. When the crops grew well, he was forced to sell them at cheap prices to middlemen in Moneyland. Whatever little he earned was spent paying off debts with crushing interest. One stormy night, heavy rain broke through the thatched roof of his fragile hut. Water poured down, soaking the mats and bedding. The children shivered in the cold. Rahima tried to shield them with her worn-out shawl, and Karim sat silently in a corner thinking, when will this suffering end? Yet Karim never gave up. At sunrise, he went back to the fields again, pushing the plow through the wet soil. His dream kept him alive. One day his children would study, get good jobs in the city, and escape the endless cycle of poverty. And so Karim's life went on filled with hardship, sweat, and sacrifice. Like thousands of farmers across the land, he grew the rice that fed the nation, but often had no food left for himself.